Right then, update time. You're looking at the disco. It's still doing okay. I've noticed there's a power steering leak. Looks like it's coming from the bottom of the steering box, which is a bit of a pain. So I'm probably going to have to look at a steering box. I will see what a seal kit is comprised of. The big issue I've got with that, which luckily actually happened outside my mechanic's shop earlier on today. For a few days I've noticed sometimes in reverse you get a bit of a juddering, almost a sort of kangarooing type effect, but not clutch related, just anyway, I found out what it was today. Went to drive away from Dean's, my mechanics, and it wouldn't go. It was just bogging down. Tried reverse, wouldn't go, bogging down. And I noticed the handbrake lever was popping up slightly and the light come on. Now, these have got a drum type handbrake on the back of the transfer box, and so obviously the next step was hammer and violence. Loosened it off and yeah, it drove back. But obviously there's something amiss in there, whether the linings have come off the shoes, or there's debris and detritus in there. So nonetheless, I've no idea when they were last done. If it's got to come apart, I might as well replace the shoes. So I will order some shoes for the handbrake. What I just need to know, and I shall go and have a look in now, is whether or not it's cable or rod operated, as 92 was the changeover year and mine is a 92. So I shall go and have a look so I know which ones to order. The Focus, as we can see here, we're on 77,278 miles. That's due for an MOT end of next month, end of March 2019. It will be 3 years old. So as near as makes no difference, about 80,000 miles by the MOT. I don't see as it should be a problem. Everything's been okay. The Corvette is still going okay. I've been using it for the last few days while we've had sun. As you can tell now, the sun's gone back in again and the rain's come on, so the Corvette's back in the garage again now. And as far as the other projects go, I've done absolutely nothing. So the next project to be started will be the James motorcycle, but that won't be for a little while yet. So let's have a look. There is a handbrake assembly. You probably can't see anything. And really, I need to get under there better to have a look, so I'll see you in a second. Well, I don't know if you can see, we've got a cable going to it, this springy assembly here, and then a rod going in there, which feels very loose and dodgy. Got a little bit of weeping there, but not a lot. Bit of weeping from the transfer case, but I'm going to do an oil change on that soon anyway. So yeah, it looks like it's a cable one, and I will just check they don't mean a cable going in to there, so that's the rod and not a cable. I believe it's probably this cable they're on about, but I will just double check before I order anything. So yeah, gotta love problems. And it doesn't show up that well, but as you can see, oil's been leaking down there, and there we go, the pitman arm and everything is very wet, and it looks like it's leaking out there the bottom of the steering box. So yeah, problems. Well, it's time to do a bit more on the Corvette. First thing, this rear diff cross member, bat wing, whatever you want to call it, is get it nice and clean using a bit of good old gunk. Then I'll get it over to Dean, my mechanic, who is going to put either a drain hole in this or in the diff housing, I'm not sure, to make oil changes easier in the future, because Corvette very kindly don't give us one. So a bit more cleaning, and I'll get the jet wash out and see how it comes up. Well, as you can see, it's cleaned up quite nicely. There's a bit of sort of wear or whatever to that. Obviously these bushes are going to need changing. The gasket is nearly off, but I'll have to just go around and get the remainder of that off. It's not spotless, but it doesn't need to be. I just it needed the worst of that oil and grease off. Looks like it's been attacked there at some point. That should be okay. So yeah, get that to my mechanic and we'll go from there. I love me a shipment of parts. What have we got? Land Rover stuff and a spring hanger bracket for the Corvette, just in case I needed it, and it was cheap. But Land Rover parts, we've got oil filter, fuel filter, air filter, fan belt, alternator belt, rear diff gasket because mine's leaking, valve cover gasket because mine's leaking, random little oil seal, which I have absolutely no idea what it's for, it's not on the invoice. Another oil seal, not entirely sure what that one's for. I obviously did know when I ordered it, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. And of course, the reason the Land Rover is currently off the road, the handbrake or transmission brake. So I have the shoes, and again, just in case I needed it, the return spring. After checking, it does turn out that little rod is the rod. The cable ones go straight into the cable, goes straight into the housing, so that was a rod type. Horizontal brake pads, I believe, whereas the cable type is vertical, or it could be the other way around. But yes, parts from Paddock Spares. So yes, now I've got to do some work. Wonderful. And if you want to see me attempt work, completely balls up what I'm trying to do, probably cover my face in oil and bits of Land Rover and God knows what else, you'll have to like and subscribe, and I'm sure in a future video you'll see me balls things up. Take care, see you soon.